the men who created the system you can never escape. John D. Rockefeller. Look around you. Your alarm clock. Your schedule. Your job. Your debt. Your stress. None of this is random. You were trained for this life before you were old enough to question it. And one man understood exactly how to make that happen. His name was John D. Rockefeller. The first billionaire in history. And the architect of a system so powerful that even hating it keeps you trapped inside it. Rockefeller was born in 1839, in a world with very little structure. No standardized education. No fixed career paths. No predictable life trajectory. That chaos terrified him. From a young age, he believed people needed to be managed, organized, and controlled. Not with violence, but with structure. When he entered the oil business, Rockefeller didn't see fuel. He saw leverage. Oil-powered lamps, factories, trains, and entire cities. Whoever controlled oil controlled progress itself. While other businessmen competed, Rockefeller erased competition. He lowered prices until rivals went bankrupt. He bought them when they were desperate. He cut secret transportation deals that others never had access to. This wasn't business. It was domination. By the late 1800s, Standard Oil controlled nearly 90% of America's oil. If you needed energy, you went through Rockefeller. If you resisted, you disappeared. But oil was only the beginning. Rockefeller realized something most people never do. Money is temporary. Systems are permanent. So he stopped focusing on what people bought. And started focusing on how people think. Education was his first target. Before Rockefeller, education was inconsistent but personal. Students learned to think, argue, and question. That was inefficient. Rockefeller-funded institutions pushed a new model. Standardized classrooms. Identical schedules. Memorization over curiosity. Obedience over imagination. Children were trained to sit still, follow instructions, respect authority, and wait for permission. Not because it made them smarter. Because it made them manageable. Factories didn't need leaders. They needed workers who showed up on time, followed orders, and didn't ask too many questions. The school system became a factory for the workforce. Then came medicine. Rockefeller invested heavily in reshaping healthcare. Medical schools were funded, on one condition. Medicine would focus on pharmaceuticals. Not prevention. Not lifestyle. Not natural healing. Illness became something to manage, not eliminate. Because a healthy population is unpredictable. A dependent population is profitable. Healthcare transformed into an industry where symptoms mattered more than causes. Where treatment mattered more than cures. And slowly, dependence replaced responsibility. By the early 20th century, the pieces were in place. Education trained you to work. Work exhausted you. Medicine kept you functional, but never free. And all of it fed back into the same system. Here's the most disturbing part. The system doesn't feel like a prison. You're told you're free. You can choose your career. As long as it fits the economy. You can express yourself. As long as it's profitable. You can criticize the system. But only after work, and only online. Even rebellion has been packaged, marketed, and sold back to you. Rockefeller didn't need soldiers or secret police. He built a system where people police themselves. Deadlines replace chains. Debt replaces guards. Fear replaces force. And whether or not he ever said the exact words, his philosophy was clear. A population that thinks too much is dangerous. A population that works non-stop is controllable. John D. Rockefeller died in 1937. But his system didn't die with him. It expanded. It globalized. It refined itself. Today, you are born into it. Educated by it. Employed by it. Medicated by it. And when something feels wrong, you're told the problem is you. You didn't work hard enough. You didn't study enough. You didn't adapt fast enough. The system is never questioned. Only the people inside it. But once you see the design, something changes. You realize the system doesn't care about your fulfillment. Only your participation. And the moment you understand that, you stop living on autopilot. You start asking questions you were never meant to ask. Thinking in ways you were never trained to think. That awareness is dangerous. Because systems like this don't collapse from rebellion. They collapse when people stop believing they're natural. And that is why this story is rarely told this way.